New Yorkers love their dogs, all shapes and sizes. In Kips Bay, there's a sculpture that has taken that love to a whole new level. It's a playful pup named Spot who brings smiles to all who pass by, especially to the kids who need it the most.
Children who come to our hospital require help. They sometimes have serious conditions and require serious treatment.
Standing at the entrance of Hassenfeld Children's Hospital at NYU-Langone on East 34th Street, Spot was created by famed artist Donald Lipski in 2018 and stands 4 stories high.
The theme for the building, the landmarks of New York. And thinking it through, I thought of a taxi. Most of the kids who come here are arriving in taxis, and nothing is really more New York than a yellow cab.
The sculpture we see now wasn't what Lipski had in mind originally. He had envisioned a stuffed animal holding a yellow cab. That changed after a conversation he had with Dr. Catherine Mano, the chair of the pediatrics department at the hospital.
Donald was very open in his willingness to listen to those of us who work in children's hospitals and understand that it's not all fun and games.
She wanted something more dignified. For all the people who work in the hospital, the doctors and nurses, technicians, there's 1,000 people who work in this building.
So Lipski reimagined the concept. Then came the challenging task of creating a 4-story sculpture of a Dalmatian balancing a real taxi on its nose.
I made what I wanted it to look like in Photoshop, using pictures of actual dogs. A talented sculptor I know named Chris Collins sculpted the dog out of clay, and then that got scanned and turned into foam, full size, that made a form that was made into fiberglass. I decided I wanted a Prius. I was able to get on the phone with the CEO of Toyota. He loved the idea and sent me a taxi.
While this cool piece of public art catches the eye of everybody who passes by, the art program inside the hospital was created with young patients in mind.
The integration of art is a key part of our philosophy. We're very much dedicated to creating environments that are focused on health and wellness.
Vicki Matchsuna is the Executive VP of Real Estate and Development at NYU-Langone Health, who conceived the art program.
The goal was to make children feel comfortable when they come here and to have iconic references that they would know.
The artwork has been hand-picked to ease the worries of young patients who come here for treatment. The hallways are like art galleries with cool sculptures and playful paintings, turning the hospital into a magical world.
There are a tremendous amount of studies that have been done to show that the integration of art as well as nature has a positive impact on patients and families and staff. It really makes a difference in the healing process.
It could be safe to say that Spot is a big part of that.
I love that Spot is in my neighborhood.
We get visitors who come here not even to go to the hospital, just really to see Spot.
I wanted it to be delightful for the kids. I wanted it to be a surprise. I wanted it to be lovable.
There are many elements of Spot that still fascinate me. Spot exemplifies for us the grit and the endurance that's required to get through a hospital stay. But Spot also represents to us playfulness.
For Diverse City, I'm Linda Simidian.